a daily dose set for cycle 2, starting with some rolls. So strong center, allow your spine to flex as you roll back to your shoulders and then back up to seated. Don't try to hold your body line straight. That's what makes your body fall back and clunk. So you want to create some round shapes in order to make that smooth. To add a little work into our roll, so we can add some reaches or taps. So here I'm going to reach off to one side and then come back, reach off to the other side. I'm going to look to that side as I reach and come back. If you have the shoulder stand control, you can do also some taps. So the aim of the daily dose movements, they should be rhythmic, they should be fluid, things that you can do easy or bring a little bit of speed as you warm up, as you do them. This one simply would become more of a springing off of one foot. When I get into my tap here, I'm going to push off that leg to come back, and then push off this leg to come back. But again, finding, even if I'm just doing a back roll and a reach, finding that rhythm and controlling that rhythm is what I'm aiming for. The next movement is a pivot lunge. So here, if you start from a nice straddle, so not too narrow, you also don't want to go too wide in your straddle, but a place where you have a little bit of room to move your center. And then everything pivots to this leg. So I make a pivot, I land on this leg, I load up, and then I pivot to the other one. So this can be very high, then I can focus on just the spiral of coiling up and uncoiling. I'm still shifting my root, or I can also add a little bit more of that lunge, which is a version of squatting, so my body stays upright. So I'm dropping my center up and down every time I come through. So if I want to up the ante, I can add a deeper position as I roll from side to side. But the idea here is that we're pivoting from one side to the other, again finding a rhythm. You might start high and then low, or just keep all of them high, depending on what you need for the day. And then the last one is a reaching bridge. So just like reaching bridges anywhere else that they come up, if you don't want to work on the positions of support, you can do a reaching bridge on your shoulders. So this is protecting the shoulder, it's also protecting the wrist if the wristiness gets at you. These positions on the side and the back, so side position of support and back position of support, are the most challenging for the shoulder. So and a lot of people have some challenges to work around there. So don't be afraid of just letting those challenges go and not emphasizing them. The next progression might be just to work on some tabling and supporting. So I put both my hands down and I can turn them wherever I need them. If wristiness is an issue, then I might step out, my hands out a little wider to extend up. If shoulder's an issue, I might not go quite so deep. I might just lift up to where I can and not worry about, this movement is called extension, about the deep shoulder extension. Assuming that everything feels good enough to work on it, then the reaching bridges, I'm going to turn my hands inward and extend up and reach. So I'm reaching with my body first and my arm second. So I don't want to just bring my body halfway up and then reach my hand over here. That's not what I'm working on. I'm not working on reaching my arm. I'm working on reaching my body line up, and my hand is the end of that line. And then there are different transitions as well between reaching bridges. There I just stayed in a crab position, but I could also turn underneath and reach, and turn underneath, and reach, and so on. So 3 movements. You have a roll, and then you have a squat in the form of pivoting lunge, and then a support in the form of a reaching bridge.